It's one thing to build your apps and softwares in 2026, and it's a whole another thing on how to distribute and market it to get real users. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 different ways on how you can give your app a head start and get that early product market fit and start making money off your vibe coded hustle. As you know, right now we have abundance of vibe coding tools where anyone with a strong determination and a free weekend can build any software or app they want. So let's look into this from supply and demand angle. Before 2010, there was way less software around. It was much harder to build and you have to hire expensive developers and pay them hourly rates. But now you can one-shot a small app like an alarm clock or a to-do list with the best coding tool or any vibe coding tool out there. So here you need to understand or realize that building software isn't the moat anymore. Distribution is the key moving forward. In simple terms, an average product with a great marketing will always beat a great product with an average marketing. And marketing comes in a lot of different flavors. You have paid ads, you have your own content, then you can hire different content creators, run UGC campaigns, as well as the old school stuff like SEO, then the new GEO and EO thing. Then we have traditional routes like paid PR in news channels, billboards, and honestly countless number of ways on how you can market your application. But I know in reality, most of this won't be able to doable for you right now. And I'm not saying that you have to do every single one of them. I'm talking about the moment when you're about to launch or you have already launched 3 or 4 months ago and still not seeing any traction. So I'm going to show you 4 different platforms that will give you free traffic, new users, and eventually paid users. And from there, you can start figuring out your product market fit. So without further ado, let's get started. Keep one thing in mind that all of these 4 platforms are completely free to use and product your market. But that said, all of these platforms are heavily moderated, so you cannot gimmick your way into it. You should have a real product with a real story to share with real users. So starting with number 1 is Product Hunt. It's one of the biggest platforms for solo developers, indie hackers, and even big companies launching their products or updates now and then. And hitting on the top daily list can send you tens of thousands of visitors on your website or landing page and ultimately paid users. So it's definitely worth doing it properly. Now one quick optimization tip is we have to launch at 12:01 AM Pacific time on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday because that's where the community is active most, and it will give you full 24 hours of voting before the next day starts. And the whole ranking system is based on upvotes, how many upvotes your product or software has. And obviously we cannot ask or force people to upvote us because Product Hunt will definitely penalize that. We just have to ask them to check it out and leave their feedbacks. So now let me show you how you can launch your product, what assets you need to prep beforehand, and what ultimately you can get out of it. So head over to producthunt.com and log in or sign up with your account. And don't be that guy that just create an account and start publishing or launching their products, because you need to have this a daily strike. I would say minimum 7-day daily strike. It's an optional thing, but it will make sure that hey, you are a real person, you are not a bot, and you are actually publishing real story, checking out product hunts, supporting the community, upvoting different products, and like that. So as you can see in the dashboard, this is what it will look like to have your product promoted with Product Hunt. We have Google, Manus, and bunch of other top tier startups using Product Hunt to get their word out about their new updates or either their launch. As we have our product which is PenAnywhere, and we are going to use this example in order to promote. But before you submit your product, make sure you optimize your profile so it looks like hey, you are a real person and not a bot profile. Add your about us information, any links of social media, then you can also get some badge, and make sure that you are active in the community forum threads and you are engaging with all the top tier companies. So let's go to submit, launch a product. So first we will start with the name of the launch. Definitely we want to keep it as our product name, which is PenAnywhere. PenAnywhere is basically a Mac annotator app that lets you annotate on top of any screen. So whenever you see me doing any of this laser annotation, these arrows, squares, I'm using my own software PenAnywhere because I want my audience or viewers to understand, hey, this is what I meant or this is what I'm pointing at. That's why I made this whole software, which is PenAnywhere. The next thing we need to do is add one line description on what our product or software does, which is draw on any screen and make annotator app. Next thing we need to do is include the links. We definitely want to send people to our landing page so that they can read out, draw on any screen. Here is a live preview where they can test out our application. So let me change color. Let me use arrows. Yeah, I hope you got my point. Then definitely we want to share our App Store link. So let's go to App Store, click on share, copy this, and paste it here. Nope, this project is not open source, and right now we are not focused much more on X or Twitter, so we are just going to leave as it is. Now comes the description of the launch. Here we will fill out all the details like how our product is different from other existing solutions out there and what features do we have. So it is zero permission app, under 25 memory RAM, it has also built-in Pomodoro timer, and it can help you annotate on top of any screen. Now for the category, we need to define it very properly. So as it is a productivity tool, that is going to be our first category. Then it is a design tool, and obviously it is a Mac annotator tool. That's why I'm going to use Mac Store. For the thumbnail, I will provide my thumbnail or basically any logo of your application or software. This is our one-line description. Then for the gallery, I have used 5 of my images that I had uploaded on my Mac Store. So let me upload all of them, and here we go. For the video or the Loom, I have this whole video walkthrough where I'm showing how you can use my software or PenAnywhere to let you annotate on top of any screen. It's around 8 minutes, which I think is more than enough for you to get started. So go over to your YouTube channel, create a new account. So as you can see, it is totally brand new account, PenAnywhere, and just 1 subscriber. It does not matter. And add your YouTube video link here. You can even keep your YouTube videos unlisted in case you like. And you can also use Loom to keep your videos totally natural and raw from a founder. Then we have this interactive demo. Let me open that.
PenAnywhere lets you sketch and annotate over anything the moment you need clarity. From teaching to demos, your ideas land faster when you can mark things up live. Mix freehand, callouts, magnify, and a laser trail to guide eyes effortlessly.
So I have used this software called arcade.software, totally free, and you can get started and create this slightly more interactive way to promote your product. It's again optional and you don't have to do it necessarily. Even if you don't have the video Loom, that's totally fine, but it is much more recommended as we have jungle of softwares available out there and people buy from people. And that's why having a founder or creator of that software in that video will enhance the trust of your software. Like, hey, there is a real person behind this software that has similar pain point like me, and I can use this product for myself as well. Now, who is showcasing in this launch? As I'm a solo developer, I don't have any team, nor I do have any other hunters supporting me. That's why I'm just going to keep it solo, and it's totally fine if you're doing this alone as well. Who has worked on this launch? As I said, I'm a solo developer. Now add products that make your product awesome. Definitely I'm going to use Codex, since I have used Codex and Claude Code. Then Xcode definitely, or TestFlight in order to actually test my application. So these 3 are the products that help me make my product awesome. So let me show you one preview. Let's open this one. So this is what it will look like. Here it will be logo of our application, then name, description, screenshots, then the maker name, and as you can see, he's also doing the solo way. Alright, so coming back to our form, the pricing is definitely paid since there is no free trial option for my application. So I'm just going to use paid. There is no free option. And we don't want to give out any promo code since there is no promo code option for Mac stores. And I don't want to connect with any investor, so I will leave all of this information blank. Awesome. And there you go. That's all the information and pre-assets you need to create before you start launching on Product Hunt. So let's schedule our draft or launch. I definitely want to go on this Tuesday on 9th of June. And as you can see, it will be launching on 12:01 AM at Pacific time. So let's click on update, and there goes the confetti. Now let's look into pre-launch dashboard. So it will give you a little preview of how your product will look like. Awesome. We have the name of the launch, logo, tagline, full description. This will be our interactive demo.
PenAnywhere
Then our full YouTube video tutorial and rest of the image assets. Now make sure that you also add the first comment so that people can reply and start engaging on your product launch. And make sure that you are active the whole day and replying to all of the comments that gets in order to maximize your chance on ranking in the top 10 or even top or number 1 on Product Hunt. Then for the launch team or built with, it will look like team member, solo developer, and built with Xcode, Codex, and TestFlight. Here we have our category, macOS, design tool, and productivity. We can visit the website, and from here they can download this on the Mac Store. That will automatically open their app store and they can download from there. We also have the company information, which is PenAnywhere.com, and our app store link. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, in order to track all the traffic, paid user or sign up, you need to create a UTM or tracking link for a campaign. So let's head over to our app store and head over to analytics and go to campaigns. Let's click on new one, name this as product hunt, and use this campaign link in order to make sure that how many people are signing up, becoming a paid user, or just visiting our app store. Click on done. Now go back and let's edit our information. Awesome. So we are done with the Mac Store link, but we haven't set up any tracking or UTM for our website. So let's head over to Claude Code. Let's open PenAnywhere. Give this screenshot, create a UTM link for me for our product hunt launch. Awesome. So here is our product hunt website UTM link. Let's copy that and paste it here. Now we can track how many visitors, sign up and paid user have come from our product hunt campaign. And now if you hover over any of these links, you will see on the bottom left or PenAnywhere, then the UTM link. The source is product hunt. Same goes for our app store. So that's how you can differentiate how many users have come from organic traffic versus product hunt traffic. Now we are done with the listing and scheduling part of our application, but it's time to create that little hype before you go live on the product hunt. So click on this launch tips, scroll down, and let's share with our social media platforms. Definitely I want to share with my LinkedIn, X, as well as Facebook. So that's product hunt cover in full. Now let me show you 3 different platforms that you can use to promote your product. Number 2 is Indie Hackers. This is a community of more than 100k plus solo developers who share their real revenue numbers behind their application or side projects. So you're not just dropping a link here, you are building in public, sharing your journey or story, and people who will follow along with you are often the one who will be also paid user of your application. So be genuine here. Don't tell a story like a marketing ad. Tell a story where you are sharing a diary or your journey. Next up is Reddit. This is the volume play. Subreddits communities like Side Project, SAAS or Vibe Coding are full of your exact audience. A good organic post can send you thousands of people to your app, but Reddit is also very moderated. So they will instantly ban you if you are just sharing what you have built and not why you have built. So always lead with a story first and not with a marketing ad. And last one is Hacker News, specifically the show HN format. This one is definitely lower traffic but much more premium and high quality audience. The people here are way much technical. They are going to actually try your product and give you a sharp feedback. So quick heads up, before you even start a brand new account with 0 karma point, it will automatically get filtered and you won't be able to promote your product. And that's why you need to warm up your account and get that credibility in karma points and then start promoting your product. So those are the 4 free platforms that will get your Vibe Coded app its first real user. So drop a comment on which one you are trying first and follow for more tips on turning your builds into actual revenue.